If you have long nails, you're going to have to cut them right down to the base of your finger. So now taking a false nail, you want to make sure that it fits absolutely perfectly. Once you have the correct size, if it's too long you want to cut it down, and don't worry because sometimes when the nails are very cheap they tend to snap. It really doesn't matter if this happens, it just adds to the effect. So next file it down and add in some cracks for a little bit of extra effects if you want, and really roughly rip the nail in half. Now taking some royal lash glue, I'm going to apply this all over the nail. Spread it out all over the nail. Now taking a cotton ball, I'm going to dab this onto the left side of the nail. And the reason I'm going to do this is I want to give it a texture very similar to what your nail would look like if the nail had been ripped off. Taking the right side of the nail, which you previously ripped in half, you want to press it really firmly down onto the nail. Once it's stuck, you want to take a red lipstick. You can use any kind of lipstick you want, you don't have to use a particular brand, just make sure that it's very close to a blood colour. So now with a nail art brush, I'm going to apply this all over the left side of the nail. And you want to try and get it a little bit underneath the right side of the nail because your nail would have blood underneath it if it had been ripped up. So just very lightly. Also don't forget to bring it along the top of the nail underneath. Once you've done this, take a darker colour and you're going to dab this just around the edges as if the blood had dried a little bit. And dab it with your fingers to give it a bit of a smeared rough look. Taking the eyelash glue again, dab a little blob right into the covered nail. You just want to dab it around your finger, you don't have to be neat, the messier the better. And again, apply the cotton. And once it dries, don't worry, it will just blend into the red. So while it's still sticky, you want to take the other half of the nail and really roughly rip it in half. The more jagged the edge is, the better, it will look a lot more realistic. So now just place it at the base of the nail, and applying a little bit of eyelash glue again on the nail. You want to place it, and take your time to place it correctly. Take the eyelash glue and just glue down the base, and don't worry, we're going to fill this in, it's not going to stay white. So you want to try and get it so it's angled as if it looks like it's just been ripped up but it's still managing to hang on by a few threads of skin. To cover up the white of the eyelash glue, I'm going to take some natural food colouring. So taking the end of a pen, you want to really just roughly drop it onto the finger. Don't try and be neat about this, your finger's not going to look neat if you rip it up, so the messier the better. Once you feel you've put enough on your finger, again you just want to dab it with your finger to give it more of a messy look. Like so. And that's it, you're done. That's how to really freak out your teachers and make your parents feel sick.
Crack the code. Are you watching me, baby?